Welcome to our kitchen. I am going to show you what our kitchen looks like. I thought about cleaning the rig. I did tidy up a little bit, but not too much. So this is real life, what it looks like. We've been on the road already for 5 weeks, so you can see the nitty-gritty details. We're gonna start up here with the top cabinets. I love these cabinets. I love how they lift. There's no handle, there's no hardware. I just like everything to look clean and crisp. There's also a mirror back here. I am 5'4", so I'm not the tallest of people, and the mirror lets me see what is inside of these cabinets. So the first thing I did was I lined the drawers. I lined the drawers so everything doesn't slide around and shift during movement. It does move a teensy, but not bad at all. I also went to Target and I got these the clear storage dividers. I think they were meant for books because I got them during the back to school time a year or so ago, but they were great for keeping our dishes separate. So I have our plates, our cups, and our bowls up here. I love things that nest. You really want to think about things that nest when you're storing your items. I've seen people use soft baskets up here for storage. You can totally use that, whatever works, but you definitely want plates and bowls that nest, and you don't want to put things in here that are too heavy. You want to make sure that they're lightweight enough, because I've heard of stories of people's top falling. I don't know why, but we haven't had that issue. So here goes this side, and now on this side, same thing, clean, crisp, a mirror. We keep our breads up here. I'll keep the coffee pot because we just downsized coffee pots up here as well to keep it from breaking. We keep our napkins, coffee filters, Ziplocs, aluminum foil. Another great place. This is usually stocked, but we need to go to the grocery store. So as you can see, it fits a lot. Next, okay, I guess logically we'll go to these hanging bags. I picked these up from Amazon, super cheap. And I have more than one. The other one I just never had time to hook. But these 3M strips, we have them everywhere. We just have hooks everywhere for extra things, and it keeps the counter clear, but we keep our apples in here. If they're not apples, I put potatoes in there. Just always changes it. You want things that you can repurpose and reuse in an RV. So we're gonna go ahead and start with up here. Up in our shelf, our top shelf they're kind of curved like this, so it's tricky to fit things in here, but I will slide everything out so you can see exactly what's in here. I know a lot of people have over the sink dish racks, and I've seen them, we've tried them. It does not work for us right now. I think just the age our kids are at, they don't see if it's dry, they just chunk everything in, so you can definitely do collapsible dish racks, things like that. I just use this, it's easier. I'm not gonna get their dirty dishes mixed with the clean. A nice serving platter, again, super lightweight from Target. A dish drying mat. I think these are extra helpful because only so much fits on the rack, but this is great for like the pots and pans. And it also helps buffer this giant plastic thing from hitting. This is our colander. Again, you wanna think things that collapse, things that are multi-purpose. It hangs over the sink so you can drain your pastas. I also use it to wash our fruit and vegetables, and if we have an overload of fruits and vegetables, I store them here just over the sink like so. And when it's not in use, you just pop it back down, takes up no space. And at the top, I do wish there was a mirror here somehow. I don't even know how they would configure that, but I know there's another storage container up there. I just cannot see it because I'm too small. And this bottom cabinet is a lot taller and a lot deeper, so I house our bigger appliances in here. Also our bigger storage pieces. Again, things that nest, things that are clear so you can see what you have going on in your space. We keep our 4-bread toaster in here. A mixing bowl. I should have gotten a collapsible mixing bowl. I always think about it all the time, but I love this stainless steel just because your food doesn't taste like the food that was made in there before. And I do have a blender back in here. Why do I keep a blender? A giant blender? Well, we were hoping to buy a smaller blender and they were all sold out and back ordered. So we didn't get a chance to do them, but we like to make smoothies and salsas and our own salad dressing. So I really need a really good quality blender. Another thing, again, I keep talking about clear. I love clear because you can see what you have. So this is where we keep our daughter's cereal. We get rid of the boxes, keep the bags in here. This keeps 2 different types of cereal. As you can see, she is running low. It'll help me make the grocery list. And if we're not using it for that, we can also put pastas. You can put pastas, anything in it. One good perk about these containers is depending on where you're traveling, it helps keeps the bugs out of your RV, helps keeps ants away, everything else, and it keeps your stuff fresh. Another note I wanted you to know is I also lined these shelves. Again, I lined every single shelf. Okay? The microwave. We do use our microwave a whole lot. Love it. And here is our pantry. So, as you can see from our pantry, we have these 3 containers up top. I typically have the kids' snacks up here, chips, granola bars, things like that, but we're all trying to eat healthier. So this is actually just full of hot chocolate, teas, pistachios, some popcorn, rice, dry goods. And down here is more of our healthy part of our pantry. We have our oatmeal, we have hemp seeds, we have cacao powder, acai, we have our dates, our cranberries, our walnuts. But again, I try to keep everything in a clear container. Pick these up, I think, at Container Store, actually. These were. Spent a little bit more, but they're worth it. Now to the bottom cabinet. The bottom cabinet is always a surprise. You're not sure if it's gonna fall out, but I keep all of our cleaning items down here. So I keep baby wipes, hand sanitizer, wipes, disinfecting solution, all of our Norwex cloths, because these are amazing to clean the counters, the windows, everything you could ever want to clean. Our floor cleaner is also down there. So that is that. We're gonna work our way back up. Let me put this away up here. And if you're wondering what this is a mini dehumidifier. And it'll tell us if there's too much moisture in the air, and it also takes it out. It is an Eva Dry. This is our kitchen counter. I love to keep the counter clean, clear. Honestly, it looks like this the majority of the time with the dish drying rack right here, because I love things just simplified. I love to have a plant. This I know doesn't look the cutest, and it is to cover the sink, but I often find myself going to it and grabbing it just to have more counter and prep space. So I like it here just to be able to grab and go. Some limes, fruit, our baby coffee pot. I love this cutting board I picked out. It fits perfectly over the sink right here, but my most favorite part is that it has these rubber edges to keep it from sliding around and moving. It also doubles as extra prep space. So I leave it here. We eat a lot of fresh fruits and veggies, so it's just very accessible to cut and make things. I also leave the kids' snacks on here, which are fruits and vegetables, so they get to it. But you can also take this outside, use it as a serving platter. Because it's so large, there's so many things you can do with it. The next thing we are going to do is going through our 2 little chop drawers. So one's a trash can, you don't really need to see in there. And this is a little plant flower we picked recently. And in this, I like to call it our junk drawer or a catch-all drawer. In here, we keep just a lighter, a flashlight, the dog bowls that you clean, extra rope, twine. And on moving day, it also serves as a spot where I place everything that's right here on this counter into there to keep it nice and safe. Okay, so we are ready to go into the kitchen drawers, our lower drawers. This drawer is our multi-purpose drawer. I love that they didn't waste any space because they could have just left it like not usable space, but we do have usable space. They made the cutout for the plumbing, and we are able to use everything. I keep our pot in here. I keep kitchen towels, plastic cups, our s'mores sticks, which are awesome because they're retractable. We're not having to buy new s'more sticks. And we also keep salt, more containers, things like that. And our bottom drawer, this is more of our dry goods. So you have our pastas, our chips, our salads, our marshmallows. Apparently we love to eat a lot of chips. So when you're in an RV, what you want to do is find places where you typically wouldn't store items and use them for storage. Case in point, the oven. In the oven, I keep 2 pans, an 8-inch and a 10-inch. The 10 inches in the sink because I haven't washed it. And I also keep the lids for the pans in here. Again, the other one's in there. This helps from grease splattering, and you can also use these different size over bowls outside if you're having a picnic to keep the flies away. And I love that they have a little handle so you're never worrying about touching anything that's hot. The next thing, you know what? One more thing I want to point out before we leave the stove and oven area is Airstreams, or our Airstream at least, did not come with a oven thermometer, so we never knew what temperature it was. And I picked up this handy thing from Walmart. It has been incredibly helpful. You can find these for $3 or $4 at Walmart or Amazon. And you just hang it right there and it lets you know the thermostat and temperature of your oven. Okay. In this bottom cabinet, we keep our dry goods that are heavier. You don't have to worry about them falling out or falling down on you. So I love that, again, they didn't skimp on storage. So we have a lot of our canned goods, our beans, our pickles, Pedialyte in case anyone gets sick or is dehydrated for whatever reason, vegetable stock, all the heavy items for us go down here. And it's nice that it just folds up. It's not a drawer because you can fit different heights. So I really love that they did that. I'm gonna work my way from top to bottom since I'm down here. So down here is our dogs, a dog cabinet. So our older dog is on a lot of different medications. So we keep his medication here. His little pill pockets, which are awesome. Put the little pills in there. It's like a treat every time he has it. He looks forward to it. Their shampoo, their dog treats, some of their clothes, paw protector. You get it, things like that. The little containers I have back here, I actually picked them up as a set of 7 from TJ Maxx for like $6. Again, things that are inexpensive you can use to store and separate what you have. So we will now move up to the next drawer. We keep our spices here. Nice, handy, accessible. I do want to say though, I wish I would have brought my label maker so I could have labeled the tops to know what they are. I know a lot of people do that. It's genius, honestly, because right now, luckily I memorized where everything is, but if it's not me in the kitchen, you kind of have to pick every item up. My husband was very smart with this purchase. It is a utensil holder. So we have them separated here and you can lift it and take it out. And whenever he uses the Blackstone, he has all the spices he needs right here without having to retake out and refigure out where it goes. Okay. And lastly, in the top drawer is our utensils. Again, we just used something we already had. We had this. We keep our forks, spoons, our knives. You want to be careful, like when you have knives, sharp things, that you put them in somewhere where you know they're going to be so you don't cut yourself. I know a lot of people have the metal knife wall things. We haven't tried that yet. I'm a little, I don't know, leery of it, but I will get there one day. But meanwhile, we keep our knives here. We keep a kit bottle opener, peeler. We have all kinds of stuff in here. Just things that we use often when we're cooking in the kitchen. Welcome to our grand entry. Every home has to have a grand entryway, and this is ours. We do not like to wear our shoes in the rig to help keep it cleaner. We always take our shoes off before coming inside. We have dogs, we wipe their paws off, as well with towels if it's wet. The last couple of days have been pouring rain, and so we've been extra dirty. So there's 2 things we do with our shoes. We either leave them outside if it's nice and weather's good, and we leave them under the rig on a container. And we also have this shoe rack we bought on Amazon, and we cut it and tied it with zip ties, and we keep our immediate shoes in here. Usually they're very lightweight. They're the Crocs or chanclas, whatever is easier. We keep them in here. We keep the dog diapers and doggy bags here. This is our to-go spot. Then we have this cabinet down here where we keep additional shoes, hiking boots, shoes that we don't wear very often. We probably have 10 pairs of shoes in there. We lined it with the mat, so whenever the shoes are a little dirty, we're able to take the mat out and dust it off and keep it clean. Welcome to our dinette area, which also serves as a bedroom to the kids in the night and a dog haven for the puppies during the day and night. The windows are amazing, especially when you have sites like this. You can really take advantage of the view. The curtains are blackout. Again, fantastic thing that Airstream did. But the table goes down and up, and underneath the table over here we have a little kind of like a little cubby cutout, which is perfect. It fits our Yeti cooler perfectly, so we store it back there, and that way it's just clean and accessible for every time we go picnicking or hiking when on the road. Okay. In this lower cabinet is where we keep things that we don't necessarily need to access every day, but it's a great storage option. So down here we keep the dog's towels, we keep extra blankets, picnic tables, we keep the extra toilet paper rolls down there. Our son keeps his Nintendo DS, his Switch down there. That's just extra storage for miscellaneous items. Before we leave the dinette, I want to go over the uppers and what we're using on the wings of this dinette. So we have suction cups, rubber suction cups that hold up to 3 to 5 pounds, I believe, that are removable so you can snap and put them wherever you go. We have 2 here, and we're using 1 down here. And then we have a 3M hook here for something that's more permanent. The suction ones are good if you're not sure if you're going to want to keep the items there or if you want to reuse them somewhere else. Again, reuse, repurpose items. So let's go ahead and get started with up here. First, I love the lighting. Sorry, distracted again, but I love the lighting. It's just nice ambiance and mood lighting. And we'll go in this cabinet. We have a DVD player and a radio system in here. We don't use the radio that often. We usually use our Bluetooth speaker, but we always use the DVD player when we don't have any service or Wi-Fi. So we keep our DVDs here. We keep random little tape and screwdrivers accessible here. Okay. We have our WeBoost antenna up here, our projector screen, and our projector up here. So little cable USB cords go up here. On this side, we have 2 extra blankets for the kids, just in case anyone ever has an accident of any kind. Never know if they spill something on themselves and we just don't have time to go laundromat. We keep 2 extra comforters, another picnic blanket, some more hats. I know, we love to wear a lot of hats, so we keep that there. What you don't see is there's also a mirror back here in each of these. So again, it's the same as the kitchen. You can see what's behind the cabinet, but I love that there is no wasted space. On this, we have a little inch lip, which we put drinks on sometimes. We keep things, the kids keep their sunglasses. The remote controls generally get stored up here. There's a cute little cubby, and we store the remotes up here, and that way they don't ever get lost. So now for the living room storage, also known as the kids area. This is where they keep all of the items that they cannot live without. That's what we tell them. You need to pick items you cannot live without that will fit into this space, and that's exactly what they do. So they love to read. They have their books here. They have their journal, more pencils. They have games in here, checkers, loteria, a little bit of Legos, Yahtzee, Bananarama. Our daughter still has a big imagination and likes to play with dolls, things like that. So we have this tub that she fills up with all of her little dolls, a little house, arts and crafts items. We already went to Barnes & Noble and did the summer workbooks that they can work on just to keep, their mind sharp. We have construction paper down here. But yeah, this is pretty much the area for the kids. They keep it pretty organized. Our son does. Our daughter is messy. Our son is not. So they keep it pretty much like this most of the time. Here, this is our vitamin storage. So we keep our vitamins and protein powder and extra coffee up in here. Again, love this space. Love the height because it fits our bigger tubs in here and also our smaller ones. So this is a great vitamin section. But I will warn you, on very hot days, sometimes I'll move the vitamins down to the drawer because it gets very hot up here. So just note to self, and then the vitamins stick to each other. Wishing that happened, but it does. Right here we have, before we get to the closet, we have this little curtain piece that we use all the time because this separates our bathroom area and our shower area. So you just open it like so, and you have immediate privacy to the restroom area, or even to the back bedroom, or the kids to their bedroom. They have their own private space. Now to our closet. The first thing I will say is the closet was a little tricky for us to figure out, and we're constantly moving and changing things, but what we have right now is what has worked the best for our family. Again, family of 4, 2 adults, 2 kids, and this is our only closet for all 4 of us. Up here are these baskets. I used a lot of these baskets. A lot of Airstreamers use them. A lot of RVers. I'm sorry, I don't want to just say Airstreamers. I want to say RVers use them because they're from Target. They're a little pricier, but they're pliable. So they can mix, they can fold, mash, fit into any space. So we're gonna start with these 2 bins. These are children's socks and underwear. The names have rubbed off, as you can clearly see. It's been over a month. I haven't rewrote it, but everyone knows pretty much what goes where. So their underwear and socks go in those bins. Back here, I have this plastic bin that I was speaking of that was $6 part of the dogs. This is part of it that came with it. Again, a great buy. And I keep an extra clean set of sheets for everybody in here. You just never know when you're gonna need them. Next, we have Alex's hoodie just up here because it's a little thicker.
Some more space up there, something he can access quickly as well. We have an extra comforter in here. I tend to roll everything because it seems to give you more space. Marie Kondo. Love her. And up here, I also have a bag of cold weather items. This is our fleeces, our wool, things like that for when you get further up north and it's extra cold. But it's just mine and Alex's, not the kids, mind you. So here goes that. I'm gonna put everything back in. And I know it seems a little tedious, but it only seems like that because this is stuff I don't access all the time. So it doesn't need to be taken down and grabbed and messed with too often. And that's what you want to make sure you do with the things that you push to the back. You want to store the things you're not going to use every day. And our Level Mate Pro is up here to make sure that the Airstream is level. Okay, so see how those baskets just fit right in there. And I even have tons more room and height here for storage. Now we'll go to these shelves that Alex made for us. I try to pack 9 outfits per child, at least for each weather season or each season, because they get dirty a lot and sometimes they change 2 or 3 times a day. So here's Alexander's cold weather. He fits a lot of shirts. I think he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a hoodie, and he's wearing a long sleeve right now. So he has that. The closet goes in a little bit on this side, so every inch, and I rolled his jeans along the side. So he has jeans and pants. And back here in this giant bag are all of the hats, mittens, gloves, scarves, more pants. His North Face jacket is rolled in here, as well as more hoodies. So as you can see, this fits quite a lot of items. And this is the his cold weather side. So with the Marie Kondo, the folding effect, you are able to fit everything and it looks beautiful. Next, we'll go to his warm weather shelf. Again, he fits 9 or 10 outfits rolled into here. I matched them together for him because, well, it's just easier. There goes that. Again, we utilize the sidewall for extra t-shirts. And down here, he has extra warm pajamas and underclothes to wear when he needs to layer. So there goes that. Now we're on to the bottom drawers. The daughter's a little bit messier. So here is her warm clothes. She just threw some socks in there. But her cold weather outfits fit, a jacket fits in there. In the sidewall, she has her warm pajamas there and her warm cozy socks. The bottom drawer is mine, or the bottom shelf is mine. I keep my workout clothes here. It's accessible, it's easy. I keep their computer here. Somehow, we still end up with random socks. No idea how that happens, even in a tiny rig, but I hang on to them and I store them. Over here on the side, we keep the computer here, and I actually have like 5 or 6 pairs of shoes down here. I keep my heels down here so they don't get mashed because they're just so pretty. A girl's still gotta be a girl, even if she's on the road. I also have my workout band in here and my daughter's like dress shoes in here. Again, us ladies, we like to get dressed up sometimes. So there goes that. Again, we roll, we fold, we tuck. On this side, in these bins, we used to keep the kids' school supplies during the school year, but since we're on summer break, we keep face masks. So I keep the large face mask for me, Alex, and Alexander in here, our daughters in here, and then down here are our colored pencils, extra cords, paper, things like that. You can use these for books, you can use these for cleaning supplies, you can use these anywhere. They hold so much weight. They already come with a stick, like the sticker to hold it, and I think they hold 10 pounds. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. They're from Amazon. Again, clear storage, fantastic. The only thing I had to make sure because I was gonna put them on the other side, they wouldn't close with the shelf. So you wanna make sure wherever you put them, you're able to close them inside. It's not hitting a bar or anything like that. Now we'll go to the hanging side of the closet. I love these hangers. Well, we have a love and hate relationship, but I love them because they're so thin and they really hold the clothes well. But our kids like to yank their clothes, which rips them or pulls their clothes. Anyways, they're great for storing. They're so slim, they fit things. I double up the items on the hangers still just to fit more on here. And we also have these damp rid bags that hold the moisture that's in there. I mean, look at this moisture that's been caught in there. So I hang one of these in here. This is gross. And I have an extra one underneath the dinette. But it's great to keep it, to make sure you keep the moisture out. Our cutest ironing board ever, because it's so tiny. But it works, it has the legs, and I use the bed to iron on. The keyboard is in here. Well, we keep a lamp, always. You never know when you're gonna need it. The keyboard's in here, because our son loves to play piano. We keep a roller, because Alex drives a lot. I don't. I'm so sorry to him, sorry. But he drives a lot, and this is great for his back. We also have our portable record player in here. Whoop, whoop. So this is our closet. On to our bathroom area. It was really important for us to have a separate bathroom and shower, and that's what we chose when getting this Globetrotter. I want to show you, before I show you the bathroom, I want to go ahead and show you the inside of our shower. Again, bear with us. This is real life. Family of 4, been on the road for a couple of weeks, and this is how we utilize this space. I always keep the mat up here, drying over the top, because I don't want the dogs to step all over it with their paws. Let me go ahead and turn on the light. Something that was pretty awesome that Airstream does is they put a clothing line, a built-in clothing line in here that you can loosen and put across and dry your wet clothes. The kids went swimming this morning, so that's exactly what's hanging on the line is the wet clothes. I also added 3 M strip hooks over here to hang 2 extra bath towels in, so when you're in the bathroom you don't feel as crowded, and that has been a world of a difference. We keep the dinette cushions in here. It's kind of slotted, you'll see it right now. So the dinette cushions fit perfectly in here for accessing for every day. Okay, what do we do with our laundry? Well, I'm only saying that because we keep ours in the shower during the day. We keep them in bags. We don't use hampers. I don't want to smell the sweaty, dirty clothes from being out or being by the campfire all night. So we keep them that. Gray is lights, blue is darks. Clearly we use more darks. A favorite piece of ours is a teak bath mat we got from Airstream Supply Company. It just makes it feel more luxurious. You feel like you're standing in a spa. It makes it feel so cozy. I love it. I personally think it is one of the best investments. The thing you do want to know though is it's probably 1 inch or so high. So if you have a really tall person, they're gonna be hitting their top. My husband's 6 feet and still has to crouch down with the mat in. But thankfully, he bears that every time he takes a shower, so we can feel like we're having a spa shower. We also included a wall, like suction cup wall caddy to keep our soaps in and our shampoos and body wash in. We chose not to do a soap dispenser permanently on the wall since we all like different shampoos and conditioners. So that just didn't work well for us, but this does. That is an option that you can always use, and that way you don't have to be worrying about the bottles and filling them up all the time. In our bathroom, it was really important to utilize every inch of storage space. As you saw in the kitchen, in the shower, I don't like to let any square inch of space go to waste at all. So first we're gonna start with the top. First, the mirror is beautiful. The mirror is expansive, it's beautiful. I do wish we had a full body mirror somewhere in the rig, but for now, this works great. Underneath the mirror, we keep extra things stored. It kind of falls down, so I'm gonna hold it up just to make sure you can see. And this basket, I keep my makeup, and here we have our things in case the kids or anyone gets sick, vapor rub, thermometers, oxygen meter. This I like to call our tummy bin. So it has all our antacids, Maalox, things like that inside. And down here we have creams, deodorant, just things we don't use, but for the most part, this is all mine. Sorry to everybody else, but this is mostly all mine. These containers all came with that one that came with 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it came with like, who knows, 7 or 8 of them, but a great deal on these containers. They fit perfect. I didn't measure it. I just eyeballed it and got very lucky. Now onto here. I've posted about this before. Not sure if you follow us on Instagram, but we do have an Instagram page where we post often. Try to at least. And I label all of these containers. Clear is the way to go. If you haven't learned anything, what I really hope that you take away from this video is that clear is awesome. Clear is awesome because you know what you have. I did have time to label these at the very beginning. Kids medicine, adult medicine and eye drops, allergy meds, ligas, which are hair ties, contacts. I don't keep my contacts in there anymore. My husband keeps his breathe right strips. cotton balls, Q-tips, Band-Aids, small Band-Aids, and large Band-Aids. This helps so much if you're a full-timer or even if you're a part-timer. It helps you see what you need to repack for that trip that you have upcoming, or if you're a full-timer, to see what you're low on that you need to go to the grocery store and buy. And it's accessible to all family members, so it doesn't always have to be just one person saying, oh, I know where that is, I'll go get it. Everyone can help themselves to anything that is on this lip of the shelf, and it's not very deep. It's a little narrow, as you can see. We did Velcro these down. That way they don't move or slide around. That was a smart decision by my husband because I did not think about Velcroing it down. He did, so they don't slide around, they don't move. I can untake them off, but we haven't done that yet, and I just don't want to do it. We did get these little, I don't know, I think they're Glade for small spaces, and just slide it around. We keep them in the closet. I haven't talked about these, but these are great to keep everything smelling really good. And it fits perfect next to my little plant from IKEA, and it makes the bathroom smell good. We picked up this little small mirror from Target during back to school again last year. It's Velcroed on. We didn't screw anything in yet. We haven't been that brave. And that way our daughter can see herself brushing her hair and getting herself ready for the morning, since she cannot see with a big mirror, and she loves having it here. We keep our toothbrushes here. We did have one of those toothbrush cover, plastic cover flip holders. That didn't work because our kids' toothbrushes were too small and they were always falling like through and getting dirty and messy. It didn't work for us at the time. Maybe once the kids get older, since we still have it, we'll switch back. For now, this makes it nice, and I just rinse it out. It keeps it very clean. This is suction cupped on. Haven't had a resuction in at all. Here is another one of those clear bins that I was talking about that we use the kids' books in. We keep things that we use every day right here. Hairspray, dry shampoo, sunscreen, combs, brushes, all right here, accessible. It's nice because the location we picked it at, you can still take things out and in. We have our plugs here. Alex's bag here, poor guy. I have all that, and this is what he has. I guess guys don't need that much, but down here we have Alexander's deodorant, a book, roll of toilet paper. My contacts are on the other side. And on the bottom, we just keep the extra porta packs, toilet paper, and sunscreens. Last but not least, our bedroom, the primary room of Stream Dreams, where all the magic happens. So before the magic happens, we have this handy dandy curtain, again, to separate us from others. But no, seriously, we use this a lot, again, for the shower situation, so people feel like they have privacy, or for watching a movie and the kids need to go to bed. It helps knock that out. Knock out the light. The noise, not so much, but the light for sure. Surprisingly, there's a lot of storage in this room as well. Let's start with the overheads. If you haven't noticed, I like things clean, simple, and multi-purpose. This to me is just so clean and beautiful. I love the no hardware. This is where we keep the kids' bedding for the night. Their current bedding rolls in here. They each have 2 blankets, their sheets, their swimsuits, and their bath towels are here just because I needed a place to access them quickly. There is a mirror in the back that you cannot see, where you can see what's in the cabinet. But again, these overhead bins, we didn't use them that much above the bedroom for some reason, and now we can't live without them. Let me show you the next one. Now that we're on this side, this is my side. So we have this nice comforter that we just picked up. It's awesome, from Lumia. Some bath towels. Again, one of these smushy bins, and I keep my dressier shirts in here. Underneath this comforter, I have my jeans and my denim folded down there. You see how much space this has? I have 4 pairs of denim, and these Lumia blankets and towels roll up so flat. They're perfect for storing and running around in the RV, and great, accessible. I love the rope lighting that's here. I love the overhead reading lights that are above here. They move around, so if you don't want the light in your face or down when you're reading, or if someone's sleeping but you need a little light, you can turn it to the side. Great thinking by Airstream on these. I have a love and hate relationship with the side tables, and you're gonna see why. Going with my whole aesthetic of keeping everything clean and clear, I will say, as you can see right here, It kind of dips down a little bit. It's a little bit lower than the mattress. What I wish they would have done is made it flush with the bed almost. That way it could have had a drawer, so I can put things like my notebook, my pens, and my pencils in there, and it would be out of sight. Again, just to keep it clear and clean, just me, preference. It does have these USB ports here, so you can charge your iPhone, your iWatch, and it also has a 3-prong plug at the bottom. There's 2 of them. On each side of the bed, there's about 6 inches between the mattress and the nightstand, which is great for storage space. On my side, I keep my records there and sometimes shoes and a purse. Right now, it's just records and a purse. I know Alex utilizes his side for either camera equipment and a pair of shoes that he doesn't want to get ruined. The nightstands come with a cabinet on the bottom that are actually super deep, and I keep a tray of just miscellaneous things, lotions, creams, hair material. I also keep books down there. I have surprises for the kids. They have no idea, but I keep them surprises on long trips, and I hide them in the back and take them out every like 2 or 3 weeks or so. It could be like a little chocolate or a little book, but just something for them that's just theirs back in there in that corner. We have a variety of hooks throughout the bedroom that we use for necessities, such as my hat. We're using the little rubber hook, suction hook here. We use these double prong hooks here. Towels, it's just a great, love them. Alex has about 3 or 4 on his side. I want to show you one of my favorite parts of the bedroom, and I know this is silly, but it is, for us, it's a staple in our RV because we use it a lot, and it is this little fuzzy stool. I've had it forever. Whenever we're like too sweaty or coming back from workout, or then the kids are still sleeping, we sit here. You can have coffee in it, you can watch TV without having to worry about getting your bedding dirty. Same thing, we use it as a footrest in the living room. Our daughter uses it a lot to stand up and reach places. It's lightweight, awesome, and I just love that it looks chic and furry. And the storage doesn't stop there in the bedroom. There's also storage underneath the bed that we utilize every day. Down here we have the cushions that make up our daughter's bed. The last couple nights she hasn't been using them, so we just keep them in here, but normally you can access them through here. There's a nice cabinet. I've seen a lot of people put dog beds down here, and that's their little doggy home. We need the storage, so we don't do that. As you can see, we keep an extra throw pillow. We have our vacuum cleaner down here, extra towels. We have towels like crazy. This is Alex's side. He keeps his shoes here, his clothing here. We keep the iron down here. I keep more shoes in the shoe box, and then more clothes down here, and I have my socks and everything divided in little bins. There's also access to the front of the part of the Airstream where you can get things if you need to. If it's raining outside, the only thing we keep up there occasionally are dog diapers that we need to access from in here, but for the most part, that's just access from outside. I hope you enjoyed this tour of our Airstream Stream and Dreams. If you have any tips or tricks or ideas to share, we want to hear them. Please leave your comments below. As always, thank you for following and subscribing. I hope to see you back here soon. Bye.